Number 21, integral of tangent to the fourth power theta d theta. I thought this was actually a kind of interesting problem. Okay, so in the trig integral section, there's like rules for how to solve integrals with tangent and secant. If you watched my crash course video, you probably saw or heard that I don't recommend you memorize those weird rules. Honestly, they're just so hard to memorize. It's like if there's an even power of something like secant, and then the other one's like there's at least one secant for some weird case, it's too hard to memorize. I don't recommend memorizing them. I just recommend, I said this in that video probably, just to get competent in seeing what you can probably substitute and all that. And then for tangents and secants, those two rules aren't exhaustive set of rules, like a complete set of rules to tackle on all types of problems. Like there's no rule to evaluate the integral of secant cubed. And that was a weird integration by parts problem, if you remember. Um, and if you've done it before. So all that to say, all that rambling to say, I don't recommend memorizing those rules. And those rules won't even help in this one, I believe. Tangent to fourth theta d theta. So how do we approach this then? You got to think about it. There's no straightforward rule. So tangent to the fourth, I immediately start to see if like I can save anything, but you can't save like a secant squared from here, right? Because everything's in terms of tangent right now. If we try to change it to secant squared, then we can't directly do it, is my point. But I did change it to secant squared minus 1 squared because maybe if we alter the integrand a little bit, we might be able to see the light. Okay, from here, I don't see what we can possibly do from here. You could maybe also change everything in terms of sine and cosine and approach it in that way, but I didn't do it here, as you can see. But that's another recommendation that you could try for yourself. So secant squared theta minus 1 quantity squared, I expanded that out. That's this line over here. All right. The first two terms are easy to integrate. It's just theta minus 2 tangent theta. Okay. The secant to the fourth, now this is more familiar territory because I can save secant squared, and then this other secant squared I can rewrite back in terms of tangent. Okay. So that's what happened over here. All right. Now I let u be tangent. Du is secant squared then. So then the integral becomes 1 plus u squared du, and that's just simple power rule from here. So that is u plus u cubed over 3. All right, and then we back substitute. What is u? U is tangent theta. And then these two I can just combine like terms. So that it becomes theta minus tangent theta plus tangent cubed theta over 3 plus c. Again, to reiterate, there's no rule in that trig integral section on how to evaluate tangent to the fourth. Look what I had to do. I had to change it in terms of secant squared first, and then I expanded it. And then here, there's a rule for this one. All right. So that's how I approached this one. Hopefully this was helpful. Again, I really don't recommend memorizing those rules, but if you want to, by all means, go for it. It'll be extra tool you have in your pocket. So I technically don't have that tool in my pocket because I don't have it memorized, but I'm able to work it out in a reasonable amount of time. Okay? Please like and subscribe as always if you found this helpful, and hopefully see you in the next video as well. Bye.